Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you on behalf of Lighthouse Ventures at our Startup Pitch Night 2021. In the past, we have done many similar events, and it is not just for startups to be showcased to amazing jury members that we have today, but in the past, we have invested into the winners of all our events. So we are very close to having investment, not just from us, but also from our amazing jury members who have much experience in the VC world. So first of all, I would like to welcome Eva. If you can say a few words about yourself.
Yes, definitely. Thank you a lot for having me today. So my name is Eva Abel. I'm currently an investment manager with Oryx Impact, which is an impact and gender lens fund of funds focused on Africa. We invest into private equity and venture capital funds that are very impactful across the African continent. And in my previous life, I was a venture capitalist for 6 years, focused on Eastern Europe. I was working with a Polish-Israeli VC group called Giza Venture Capital. And I was with the European Investment Fund for 3 years, investing into venture capital funds.
Thank you very much, Eva. Then my fellow colleague from Lighthouse Ventures that I've known for many years, Ravit.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining the event. My name is Ravit Avidor. I'm a founding partner at Lighthouse Venture. I think some of you already met me, you know me. Before Lighthouse Venture, I was M&A executive. I've done mergers and acquisition over different geographies, including America, South and North America, Asia and Middle East. Very happy to be here today.
Thank you very much, Ravit. Then Ory, our favorite venture partner.
I'm flattered. So thanks for having me and putting this together. I'm Ory. I'm a founder of a few businesses in the performance marketing sector. First one was XLMedia, which became a large business in the gaming sector and personal finance, listed on the London Stock Exchange. Founded a similar company in education a year and a half ago, which I'm happy to say Lighthouse has joined for the journey. I've been investing as an angel investor for about close to 15 years, mainly in SaaS, healthcare, gaming, and a few other businesses. So companies like Mews, a lot of people in Czech Republic know that one. Ryan, gigantic, long list. And it's great to be here.
Great, thank you very much, Ory. And then we have truly international panel of investors. So Pasha, a few words about yourself, please.
Thank you, Mikhail. Great to be at this event. Thank you, Lighthouse, for putting it together. We are a VC. I'm based in Berlin. We have a team in the US and in Europe. And we like entrepreneurs out of Western Europe, Central Eastern Europe. That's sort of our bread and butter. We are early stage investor. We write checks from $1 million up to 10 million initially and up to 25 million over company lifetime. And we're actively deploying. We have been historically doing about 3-4 deals a year, now accelerating, trying to push like 6 to 8 deals a year. And very happy to meet new companies and work with you guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Pasha. Last but not least, Roger, with whom we have very positive experience of co-investing already. So Roger, a few kind words. Like unmute, please.
Unmuted, there we go. Thank you, Mikhail. So I'm a partner in Rouge Capital, which is Croatia's biggest and busiest VC fund. Our fund covers pre-seed, seed, and Series A rounds with ticket sizes from 50K all the way up to 1.5 million euros. To date, we've made about 120 investments, most of them on the early stage investments. We've got one co-investment with Lighthouse Ventures, and so it's really good to join this event as part of that partnership. Thanks again to Mikhail and to Lighthouse Ventures. I don't have a historical background in fund management. I was once an electronic engineer and then an accountant, not a very good one. But my main professional background is in the telecoms industry. I used to run mobile phone companies and groups of mobile phone companies when that was still a fun industry. I've lived and worked in the UK, Singapore, USA, Papua New Guinea, and now in Croatia, which is my home.
Thank you very much, guys. So information for all what you can hear. It will be pitches of 7 startups. Each of them will get 3 minutes to present themselves, and then our precious jury members will have 3 times of grilling. So thank you very much for your introductions. And first, I would like to introduce Boost Space as the first startup to pitch to you.
Hello, let me share the screen. So, can you see everything well?
Yes.
Okay, hello, I'm Tadeusz Marek from Boost Space. Companies use more and more IT tools, and that's especially true now after COVID. They implement specialized tools like CRM, project management, marketing, invoicing, and they need to make these tools work together. But in cloud, most tools work separately. So companies have to build files and data for each tool individually. And the only thing that can be done is to connect one tool to another and to another. But 55% of companies use more than 20 cloud tools at the same time. And now imagine this in teamwork. Data is all over the place. Employees don't know where to find anything, and any central work with this data is impossible. Where would you save a new contact to? How would you create a graph out of this? I was thinking there has to be a better way. After all, even in smartphones, I can save a contact and immediately use that one contact with all installed apps, such as WhatsApp, email, everywhere. I can't even imagine building a separate contact database for each mobile app separately, or taking photo and manage files for each app individually. Your operating system in your phone actually centralizes data into one central location in your phone, and all these apps, they look there and use data from there. So why the hell there is nothing like this in cloud, where it is even more important during teamwork? And well, that's why we built a central cloud platform for businesses, Boost Space, providing that central space for company cloud data. So basically, instead of building a separate pile of data for each cloud tool, you can now employ applications to cooperate on building a central pile of company data right in Boost Space. And with all this data in a central place, it's easy to manage them, other cloud tools can use them, and employees have a single point of truth where they can find and manage everything. This is what makes our project unique, but we actually make money on the end user tools that work on top of the centralized data. Full-featured ERP featuring CRM, project management, production and warehouses, and data visualization. Our solution is modular and can adapt to our individual client needs or to specific market trends. We have 2 revenue stream models: classic software as a service and commission-based third-party module store that will allow third-party developers to build apps on top of the centralized data. We do the hard job for them. We have over 40 paying clients. Our recurring revenue is around 30,000 euros a month. We had 240,000 euros investment, 16 team members, and we are in a cloud market that is growing 3 times faster than all other IT markets combined. And trust me, one day you won't be able to imagine managing data for each cloud tool separately, just like you can't imagine doing that in your phone. Boost Space, central cloud platform for businesses.
Great, great timing. And now 3 minutes for juries.
So maybe a question. Sorry, Ravit. So how much are you raising and what is it for?
So we are looking for investment between 1.5 to 2 million euros for evaluation, or for the 10 to 20% of our shares of our company.
Mm-hmm. What will you use it for?
So as I showed you the octopus diagram, there's a lot of integrations, and actually when we add a new integration, it helps us to basically with our go-to-market. So we add a new integration. The users of the third-party tool could actually eventually find new features. So basically, the more integrations, the better marketing we get, and so we plan to use it on integrations.
Hey, Tadeusz, quick product question here. So I'm a little bit confused, right? Because first of all, great timing. You nailed that at exactly 2 minutes and 58 seconds. It's unbelievable. But I'm really confused. Is this Monday? Is this Zapier? Because on one hand, you come out with a pitch talking about connectivity. So I'm thinking Zapier putting all of this together. On the other hand, you're replacing a lot of these tools, which I'm thinking more Monday, the modular approach. So
all right, so
where are we here?
Let's get back to this octopus diagram. So Zapier or API connections, these are the cables that are going there. So we are in a world where those cables actually exist, okay? But actually we are in a world where we are connecting one cloud tool to another and to another. If you imagine that in your flat, it would be like connecting your fridge to your TV and your TV to your lamp, and it actually gets messy. So what we are doing is we are doing like the central unit, just this one piece of software that helps to work as a hub between these. So this is how we streamline the company data, and then we are providing this functionality, which I would call a lightweight SAP solution. We are really made for the large companies. So typical client, 300, 400 employees.
Oh, thanks for that. But sorry, and then congrats on getting to the MRR. But then again, what exactly is this supposed to replace? That's what, because you're also offering tools that seem to be targeting to replace Asana or to replace Monday or to replace Salesforce. You're giving them CRM, you're giving project management. It's kind of nailed it down to me. What exactly are you trying to? What's problem are you trying to solve, or what are you trying to replace, if you can?
Okay, so you have if you're a huge company, you have the solution to buy SAP overall ERP system for your company. If you're a little bit smaller company, you are probably using various small different tools, specific tools for each project. But what you are fighting with is with them not being able to share data. So we are there to stand as an ERP solution. I would say lightweight SAP. I mean, like SAP software for smaller companies. I can't really say that in other words, and we are unique in a way that we help to streamline the data, and we can modularly fit to the solution of the client. So sometimes we work full featured ERP, sometimes we just fit to the warehouse management, and we let the other CRM system to work.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Tadeusz,
thank you
for the exhausting answer, and then thank you very much, jury members, those who were allowed to speak, and then second company, Vivel.
Do you see my screen? Hi, guys. No. No. Okay.
Not in your screen.
Can you see now?
Yes.
Very good.
Now,
Yep.
yes.
Okay, so hi, my name is Gurami. I am co-founder and CEO of Weewell. Weewell is a personalized cosmetic shopping assistant that helps people to find the best cosmetics available based on their skin type and skin conditions. Can you imagine preparing a super complicated meal without knowing the recipe, if you are not a chef, of course? Well, that's what's happening in the cosmetic industry right now. 88% of cosmetic buyers are unaware of contained ingredients that might be toxic, harmful, or risky for their health, or even nature. And things become even more crucial should they consider kids. Current customer buying behavior is quite often to purchase expensive products not because of quality, but due to the marketing or brand name, or based on the packaging, actually. The names of the ingredients are often too complicated, lengthy, and need more profound knowledge of the chemicals. And moreover, one mistake in choosing a product may cause the customer an allergic reaction. So why does it matter, right? Because the market opportunity for us is huge. Cosmetic industry is one of the biggest in the world, and the global market for natural and organic cosmetics is peaking at the moment, which identifies the massive interest of customers purchasing the products using natural and low-risk ingredients. According to American Academy of Dermatology, acne is one of the most common skin disorders in the US, affecting approximately 50 million individuals every year. So as a solution, we are building a mobile application that synchronizes cosmetic shopping experience with skin quality recognition. With the help of the AI, customer can analyze its skin, for example, if they have acne, wrinkles, or other. And once they are shopping, within just one scan of the cosmetic barcode, we will help them to identify the risks and choose the right products for their largest organ skin. So at this stage, the business model for the users is freemium. However, as an extension for the revenue model, since we are creating a comprehensive user profile based on the user's scanning history, we want to offer businesses in the health and beauty sector to advertise and better tailor the campaigns. And secondly, we want to offer users the most trusted marketplace that is in sync with users' health, so they can buy the products without leaving their comfort zone home. The team behind is our CTO, Vladimir, who is an entrepreneur with 10 years of technical experience in building software for small and medium-sized companies. I focus on growth and management in Wewill, have 7 years of IT experience and 3 years of international experience building tech companies. This is my second startup. We have an amazing team, including biotech engineer, cosmetic ingredient specialist, and more importantly, we have our community, which helps us to test the product, and they were the ones giving us amazing feedback and improvements and missing features that we don't have yet. And influencers in our community were helping us with sharing the application with their audience without us asking them to do it, which is awesome to see, be part of, and we are really grateful for it. I want to share some exciting numbers achieved during the closed beta and on iOS platform only, moreover, without any kind of marketing resources spent. Thank you very much. And if you scan the barcode, you will get the application. It's on Play Store and App Store already. Thank you.
Okay, jury time now. Pasha?
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Great presenting, Rami. I'm not sure I completely understood the product. There's a bunch of companies now, big companies like Curology in the US, that offer to solve the problem that you identify, making sure that the people get cosmetics that they need. They do that. They offer to do a skin type analysis, and then they tell you that we're shipping you cosmetics made specifically for you. Is that what you do? And then the question is, which country are you trying to do that? Because these guys are multi-billion-dollar companies now, very well funded. So what's your competitive space? And if not that, what exactly are they doing?
Sure. I think you're mentioning the companies who are producing their own cosmetics and customizing it for the skin types and conditions that user might have. Those are the companies, standalone companies which sell their own stuff. But we have in our database already 400,000 products which we get from the e-commerce and from the stores. We are not focusing only on one brand, but we are focusing also on Nivea, Dove, and the other products as well. We are trying to get as much products as possible and help people when they are in Rossmann, in DM, or the other stores to scan the barcode of the cosmetic and get the evaluation straight away, which will be tailored to them. So they don't have to order and get the customized, because they can actually do it in their location where they are located at that moment, right? We are focusing right now Czech market and Slovak market as a start, because we want to know if our strategy is working, and then we want to also expand like in other Western Europe countries, and also US and Russia, because we see that the customer market there is booming. So that's why we want to approach them.
I guess we have a question from Roger.
Oh, yes. Can I go? I've got 3 short questions, actually. How much are you raising, and what sort of valuation are you talking about?
Right now, we are raising 250,000 euros as a pre-seed round. Our valuation is post-money evaluation 2 million euros. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And your business model is to take a subscription from the app. Is that right?
We are freemium model right now. But as an extension, we are planning to add a B2B layer, which will give businesses in the health and beauty sector to give the possibility to put the vouchers or the product and services there, okay. Because we have users like comprehensive profile, and we are doing based on their scanning profile. And plus, then we want to extend to the marketplace and actually connect all the missing dots together. Okay, but at the moment you're B2C, right? We are B2C at the moment. Yeah, and what would you be your immediate go-to-market strategy? Actually, the go-to-market strategy for us is try to reach customers based on the influencers and based on our community to spread the knowledge, because they don't know us right now, and we want to gain the reputation. And we have lots of influencers in our community base. So we are reaching that, and we want to grow organically and with the referral system as well that we have implemented in our application.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers, Thank you very much, Roger. And now, Vakavai.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Do you see the presentation?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming up now.
That's right.
Yep.
Hi, my name is Vojta, and we are Vakavai. We change how people can contribute and cooperate for a sustainable future. The world faces many problems, and people feel the future is at stake. They want a better planet, a fairer system, a kinder humanity, and they are ready to make that happen. But they face many barriers on the way, like information paralysis, which leads to inefficient actions or poor cooperation with a minimal impact. Now they have to use several different tools to donation, volunteering, communication, and information, and many of these weren't created to help people drive positive change in the first place. That changes with Vakavai, where people, nonprofits, and companies can find, organize information and content, donate and volunteer in a few clicks, track their impact, and find partners for addressing world challenges in a much bigger way. We focus on Generation Z, Millennials, and Generation X. On average, 73% of them are worried about planet, 33% of them post and share on social media about global challenges, and 55% donate. This makes 2.6 billion people who donate, 1.4 billion people who donate online, and our target is 100 million worldwide. Also, online giving growth is 32% in past 3 years. Our business model is tips from donations and fees from donations. Our revenue can be up to $2 billion. And we also plan to charge nonprofits and companies for premium functions. We will launch MVP in a few weeks, where users can find and learn about nonprofits and donate and manage all their donations from one place. In a feed, they can find information about the progress of NGOs and interact with them. In the next step, we develop algorithms that can validate posted information by scraping data from the web. Thanks to our donation business model, where is no place for advertising, we don't need to boost cheap engagement with risk of spreading disinformation as you experience on Facebook or Instagram. Our competition are very closely focused on just one part of the solution, like fundraising or one-way actions, with no place to build a network for bigger cooperation between different types of changemakers. Now, we are starting to connect communities and leaders of impact projects and cooperating with Czech NGOs and companies. Each step forward is a win-win cooperation with the fundraising platforms Nesnáze 21. We have marketing and business experience from other startups, as well as experience with creating apps based on data science and natural language processing, or leading bank government IT projects in the US or Australia. In the coming months, we will test Vakavai platform in the Czech Republic, but through communities, we want to step into the global market soon. We offer the opportunity to get involved for $600,000. Thank you.
Great jury time, Ravit.
Hi, thank you for the presentation. It seems to me, if I understand correctly, you want to go both to B2C and B2B?
Yeah, that's correct.
And why? What value do you see? I mean, what potential do you see in going to B2C? I mean, as a startup, it's obviously going to be very hard to address two different markets. Well, I think that the B2C market is, the B2B market is way more solid on participation in donation and volunteering. Can you walk me through why you decided to go to the B2C?
Yeah, of course. From the perspective of donors, you have like individuals and companies, and then they both behave in a different way, and they both want like different outcomes from this. Why we choose B2C as the first place is that there are a lot of communities of changemakers worldwide, and we think it would be much more easier to get to the market through them.
Okay, I think you should think about it because it's a very different DNA to be a B2C company and a B2B, and it may also be harder than what you believe to go to the B2C. Thank you for the answer.
Roger?
Oh yeah, I'm really. There are a lot of ways that people can donate these days, including online, and as you said, it's growing very fast. I'm not really sure of what your USP is compared to others. Could you just take me through that?
Yeah, it's making the donation process much more easier in a few clicks from your mobile device, and also you can manage all those donation from one place. So usually when people donate, they donate from average like 2 or 4 places, and it's very hard to organize it because they receive different emails to different email boxes, and it's very hard to just have an overview on it. And also why we choose to build a network instead of just fundraising tools as others is benefit from the connections from also like companies and NGOs and individuals.
Thank you very much, Eva and Ory.
Yes, so my question is around your business model. I didn't quite understand the premium features. Could you give us some examples? And then I understand the fees that you charge from each donation, but tips from donations, like how much do you expect of that?
Yeah, the premium function is just in the stage of idea, so we haven't quantified it yet. But we assume that but what is also like benefit to have also individuals and companies on the same platform is we can like measure how employees or customers give, or on what kind of courses they give. So we can provide to the company the data about those giving, and they can focus their CSR strategy about on that model.
Ory, last.
Yeah, thanks for that, first of all. And so just to kind of echo Ravit's comment about B2C versus B2B, I get the B2C angle from the perspective of having a bit more interesting proposition for the funds, because if you come to them and say, I've got this tool that's going to help you, that's nice, but I've got this tool I'm going to help you, and 100,000 engaged donors that have donated stuff to various causes. I like that angle. I think I agree with Ravit, it's super hard. The B2C angle is super hard, but it should be an acquisition tool for the B2B part. And just a question on that, when you say the fees, is that basically being a payment processing? Are you processing payments for them? Is that because, and you mentioned, sorry, and long question, and you mentioned to make it easier, I'm not sure that's there already. You go to Virgin Money in the UK, you donate this in a split second, right? So if you can help me a bit understand what you mean by fees and what it is that you're making easier, something that seems to be pretty easy already.
Okay, we will use the third side service for process the payment, like GoPay in Czech Republic or others. And how we plan to make all this process easier is you have just one place where you can find the trustworthy organization, so you don't have to go through Google and spend a lot of time in it and validate those information for yourself and validate if the organization is a good place to give to send your money.
So okay, thank you very much for your answer. We are running out of time. Thank you very much. And then it's Dukan pitching. Nice to meet you.
Hi everyone. Let me just share my screen. Just bear with me. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Just trying to get into this slideshow mode. I'm starting my timer as well, right? My name is Sandeep. I'm co-founder of Dukan. Dukan means shop, shop.com. We're building a online portal for South Asians, essentially, targeting the 11 million South Asians in Europe. Ethnic market is all the rage at this moment in time. A lot of unicorns coming out of the US, and South Asians being the largest ethnic group and growing much faster and have the highest per capita income, it's a great opportunity to chase. Problems, it's an underserved market. Offline stores are empty or don't have all the assortments. Online stores have a limited reach. Customers demand Roleg, BigBasket, Ocado-like experience, and they don't have it, right? What's the model? I mean, the model is pretty simple. Dark store model, T+1 delivery. Wherever we can do T+1, we do it. Otherwise, we ship to home using DHL network. We offer lots of payment methods and mobile-centric user experience. We're chasing a market opportunity which is growing at 12% per annum. I'm in the UK, but I'm from the I'm in the Europe, but I'm from the UK, and we're chasing a opportunity of 10 billion or so. The model is pretty straightforward. We buy locally from manufacturers or distributors in Europe, and sell it to us, consumers, customers. But come January, we have tied up with lots of manufacturers and exporters in India, and then that will push our margins to something like 60%. It's a very high margin business, as you can imagine, purely because you have to import the stuff and there are no like-for-like replacements locally. We have been doing very well so far. Every quarter, roughly about $250,000. Growing on a CAGR basis somewhere around 20%, very healthy growth. In terms of unit economics, at 60% product margins, we have gross margins similar to iPhone, right? Which is unheard of in grocery business, and that's the reason why there are unicorns in the Southeast Asian same business. The team is from a university called BITS Pilani, which is like the Stanford of India, high pedigree. Both of us are from BITS Pilani. I have been in the UK for like almost 18-19 years, Czech Republic 3 years, tech background, have an experience in this thing. Superior product. We want to open 3 dark stores in the next 12 months. Our ask is 1.3 million at 15% dilution. Thank you.
Okay, jury time.
Thank you for the presentation. I have 2 questions. First of all, it's regarding this is obviously an operation game, so the winner will be the one that does the operation. Do you, in every country that you start operating, do you do everything from scratch, or do you work on operation that already exist?
So basically, we have only one dark store at this moment in time in Czech Republic, being a central location. We have templated it. I come from a tech background, so everything is copy paste for me. So process, shelving, everything is templated. It's just a matter of copy pasting and installing in various different clusters. Like the next clusters which you're targeting is Frankfurt, Amsterdam, and Paris.
But the drivers, the stores, the drivers, you do it all on yourself, or you use?
No. We subcontracting. There are loads of subcontractors who are available.
So what does it take to come into a new country? Just to establish the store itself?
To open a new center, that's it.
I understand. And you were mentioning that you want 1.3 million for 12 months. I guess that you're not getting to profitability in 12 months, and you will need to raise more money.
This can become a lifestyle business if you don't keep growing, right? So I don't want to become a lifestyle business, right? I want to be a venture scale business.
At the same time, if you take it for 12 months, in 6 months you need to raise the new round. So I would suggest you to stretch it to 15 months, even if you need to push down a little bit your budget, or you manage to raise more money.
So we will be profitable by the end of 12 months, but then we'll become a lifestyle business. We don't want.
Roger?
Oh yeah, just quickly, sorry, what were your last quarterly revenues? I just didn't see it.
$250,000, please.
$250,000 per quarter?
Per quarter.
Okay, thanks.
Pasha?
Yeah, thanks, Sudeep. How do you reach out to your clients? What's an easy way to reach the 10 million South Asians in Europe?
The question I ask you is, if you were, I'm assuming, you have to find your own ethnic people, right? It's not very difficult, right? Ask Roger, who is in, Serbia or Slovenia, sorry, how to find British people. It's very easy, right? So your WhatsApp groups.
Not 10 million, I'm sorry. 10 million is hard. Like 5 easy. 10 million.
No. I mean, so basically, these are all very close-knit communities. They're on Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups. So that's why you see our CAC is very less, right? And that it doesn't make any sense to spend a lot on marketing and give it away to Google or Facebook.
Ory, last question.
Yeah, it was just about 2 questions, but I was just about to ask on return on our ROI for investment for user acquisition. But if you're going more, not reactive, but more inbound and stuff like that, but it would be good to get a sense of how you see the economics of user acquisition. On the other hand, another question is how do supply chains come in? How problematic are they here? Because this is a specialized product coming from a country that is not. It's a challenge to import things from India or the region to Europe. How big is an issue is that?
Right. So I'll start with the second question. So we, at this moment in time, procure it locally in Europe, but we have actually built a system in the last 6 months to be able to directly import from India. We have vetted out the manufacturers and exporters, and we have a process set in place. And starting January, we will have our first few containers coming in. In terms of the acquisition strategy, yes, you can target on Facebook and Google various different ways of acquiring South Asians. But I mean, that did not work effectively for us. Instead, we are more of an attractive, what is the community missing? What is it that they want as a seasonality or the products, which is attracting more attention towards the Khan, and that's been our success.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your answers, for your pitch. And then the next company pitching is Metal Insight.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So I will start. Just give me a second. Share the screen. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adrian, and I would like to offer a chance to help us accelerate the transitions towards positive energy buildings. This is how we do it. We deploy satellite-enhanced climate data in the building industry. These are basically statistics for energy assessment and construction management processes. For example, air temperature data are used to assess the building's heating efficiency during the heating season, or the precipitation data help to identify the days during the construction project where construction cannot take place. So basically, climate data are very important for a building industry. However, currently available climate data have significant drawbacks. Energy auditors and construction companies face the problem of climate data coming from weather stations, which are tens of kilometers away. Free climate data, on one hand, provide a free source of data, but they are outdated and require further processing, while paid climate data are expensive and difficult to procure. We estimate the opportunity for the energy assessment to be around 2.4 billion, and construction management to be around 17 billion. The value which we bring to the market is reducing capital and operating expenditure of building and construction projects, and saving time to the climate data users on working with the data. And we do it by providing them with easy access to climate data for the exact GPS coordinates anywhere in the world. We keep the data always up to date, and data in ready-to-use format, so they don't have to spend time processing the data. Our key competitive advantages are machine learning algorithm, which extracts the climate data, our partnership with the European Space Agency, which provides us with credibility, and once we have significant amount of users in our pipeline, we'll be generating our own geolocation data on construction projects, which then be later monetized. We are the best choice for deploying this solution. Me, myself, I'm an architect specializing in ecology, and have experience working with the NASA and the European Space Agency. Dimitri has experience in satellite and geographical data processing and renewable energy projects. And Teresa has 6 years experience in engineering sector and business development. Our main competitors are meteorological institutions. Basically, we offer cheaper and more accurate solution or alternative to their expensive data, which are from the weather station tens of kilometers away. Other competitors can be discussed once we have more time. Our business model is very simple. We charge a fee for a single data set for a single location. Either as an annual subscription where user can number of data sets annually, or as a pay-as-you-go option, which offers him flexibility. And our data are available worldwide, so there is a potential for global scalability, and incremental cost per one data set is close to zero for us, so this doesn't limit our expansion. So we already have developed our minimum viable product, have first paying customers. We raised financing from the European Space Agency, 200,000 euros. And in the upcoming year, we plan to launch our app in Czech Republic and then target the customers through participation in association for construction and energy associations. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Jury time, Eva.
Could you tell us about your first customers? Whom exactly, well, not exactly, but whom mostly have you done MVPs with, and who are the most likely ones to sign with you?
Yes, these are energy auditors and energy specialists. They do calculation for building energy assessment. For example, when you renovate a building, you are required to assess performance of the building prior to renovation. So they procure our data and they use the data for their energy engineering purposes.
Okay, do you plan to develop a more complete product in the future to do the audits yourself?
No, that's not our plan. There are softwares available, offered on market, but they are highly localized because each nation has different regulations in terms of energy auditing. So one solution will not be able to easily replicate to other countries worldwide. That's why we focused on the data, because we have a global database. We start in Czech Republic and then we plan to scale globally, which will be much easier for us.
Thank you.
Ory?
Yeah, thanks. I got a bunch of questions, actually. I'll try to simplify it. So usually when I see a deck and the competition is government and state, I think either this is amazing or you didn't find the competition. So it would be interesting to see, is there nobody at all doing this? So that's the first question. Second of all, what point, what are these companies using now, right? So what kind of tech stack did they use to plan out the construction or the timing of it? And also, I'm interested, okay, meteorology is one angle of it, but if I'm building, I'm no construction person, but if I'm building a house or a bridge or a road, there's more kind of subsets of data I'm going to need, like ground stability and heat, and not what other elements can you bring to them? Because I'm thinking, if I'm a company, I want an all-in-one solution for data sets, and not, oh yeah, I'm going to get wind and rain from this guy, and ground stability from that company. So where does this go?
Yeah, so yeah, there definitely are competitors. Main competitors are meteorological institutions, which provide data from weather stations. There are also, for example, web portals which offer free data, which are of low quality because they want to attract other customers. There, for example, in construction, for construction management, they use the databases which they collect on previous projects in different locations, and they approximate based on the type of the project, and they use this data, where our solution could be a good complementary to this. And in terms of, so there are definitely competitors. And in terms of your second question was about the complexity of the data. So we, for example, for energy assessment, you don't need the ground stability, you don't need the other parameters which you mentioned. You need the solar radiation, wind, air temperature, all these climatic parameters which we currently provide. So at this moment, we do not incorporate any other data for ground stability, because that's, for example, is the job of the person who deals with the load-bearing structure, whereas energy people are only dealing with how the energy is created and delivered in the building. So they only need meteorological parameters.
Okay, thank you very much for answers. And now it's Abel Block's time.
Thank you.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Nice.
We see the screen share, so works well.
Okay. So, hello, I'm Miroslav. I'm CEO of Abel Block. and I'm here to tell you something about our application. So this is issue we are trying to solve. We are trying to solve an issue with hundreds of thousand hours already spent on social media and wasted on social media. How we do that? We have a mobile application where you can select distracting apps and websites. You can choose your productive time or place, and you can start blocking. So basically, if you get to your office based on your location or based on your Wi-Fi connection, you are not able to access Facebook, Instagram, and other social media. So in the end, we are able to provide some statistics to our users, and our users are able to create profiles, for example, work profile, home profile. So if you don't want to visit Gmail or some working tools when you are at home, you are able to do it by our application. So some numbers: we already have 3.5 million downloads. We have 300,000 monthly active users. We have 68,000 ratings on Google Play, and we have 8,000 subscribers all around the world. Here you can see map, which I took screenshots 1 hour ago. So you can see that 1 hour ago we had 2,050, 500 active users in last 30 minutes. And you can see that our application is worldwide. So all around the world, we have some users. Here's some information about our numbers. We started with this project in 2015 as an agency project. Now we have we expect around $200,000 annual revenue. It's divided between subscriptions and ads, so we expect that it will be still growing. We have no investor, and until 2021, no paid downloads. This year we are trying to pay for some next steps. We raise a blog academy, and we want to educate our users. So we don't want to be only a tool. We want to be a platform where our users can educate themselves. We are building bigger team. We are promoting iOS version, which was released just 1 month ago. And we are going to create versions for other platforms. So for example, for web browser, desktop, and so on. That's it. Thank you.
Great timing, and jury now.
Okay, I can start. Although you started with a picture of kids, I believe that those tools, personally, I don't believe those tools are very effective with kids. They're smarter than us, they know how to bypass them. I can tell it from my own experience. But I do see the use of such a solution actually for ourselves. When we try to focus on something and things are beeping all the time.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, for me, it was very hard to find a picture of a group of people watching them phones. So that is why we use kids. But basically, in our application, we have strict mode. So it even can be used as parental control. But that is not our main purpose. We want happy users, because it's very hard to get good positive reviews on Google Play in case you are parental control.
I agree with you. Yes, I agree with you. So I think it's actually can be used by people like us, but my concern is that I don't see a lot of sophistication in the solution. So I wonder what is the market barrier for other doing similar solution to come into the market. Do you have anything, any sophistication, any unique technology? Oh, I see the kids are joining there. Do we have anything that would prevent others from coming easily into the market?
Okay, let's talk about Android. We spend like hundreds of hours to be able to block applications on all kind of devices. So it's very hard to fix this issue. And on iOS, it took us 2 years to be able to create solution for iOS. So we have like 2 more competitors in this market. So I think that barrier is to fix that issue with blocking something on this system.
Okay, thank you.
I can go next. As you can see, one of the clients for being blocked just walked in behind me.
Okay,
They
go.
heard they want a blocked kid. So quick question here. iOS, why is this different than the screen time feature?
Okay.
Screen time allows you to do this, no?
Yeah, we are able to block based on profiles and location and so on. And next week we are going to release Academy. But compared to Android, we spent like thousands hours on Android development, and we released iOS just 1 month ago as an MVP. So we are going to spend much more time there and to make application much better for users. But anyway, we have I think 20,000 downloads already on iOS after 1 month.
I'm just wondering because Android has digital well-being, right? iOS has screen time, which are designed to do pretty much exactly this in our native built-in features. So I'm wondering, why do I need an app to do this?
Because we can do much more. It's very hard for me to explain you in 3 minutes, but anyway, you are not able to block based on profile. You don't have strict modes there, and yeah. But it's usually a question we are.
Okay, Roger.
Oh yeah, just a quick question. You said that you launched your paid app in 2021, but you had plenty of revenue before that. Where did that come from?
Okay, we launched subscription in 2020, which are only on Android, but we launched iOS version 1 month ago.
Okay,
so
okay, that's fine. And what were the most recent revenues?
You mean from?
Well, just I don't know, the last couple of months.
At the moment, we have like around 15,000 euro.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers. And now I would like to welcome, last but not least, Mews.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Great.
And we see the screen as well.
Okay, perfect. So I will start. Fairy tales, fables, and stories have an irreplaceable role in our society. For centuries, they have been used as tools to pass down experiences and values from older generations to younger ones. But nowadays, parents are busier than ever and spend less quality time with their children, which often means leaving their development to things like video games and TV. We wanted to help by developing a mobile app for parents to help them tell stories to their children in a fun and engaging way. So we created Mews. Mews brings stories to life for you and your little ones and makes it easier than ever to read to them. We create short stories that are easy for children to digest and add sounds to keep their attention and help them understand the story better. We use voice recognition to follow along as you read and play sounds and music at exactly the right time in the story. For example, you're reading The Three Little Pigs and get to the part where the wolf is about to blow their house down. Our app knows this, and so it plays. And so currently there are already more than 200 stories in the app. Users can subscribe for a premium version to unlock all of this content. But our stories are not just for entertaining children. No, parents can use them as a tool to teach kids about even the most difficult aspects of life, because stories are an intuitive way to help kids learn about social skills, history, cultural diversity, and education in general. Now, of course, there are already many apps for children, but there is only one direct competitor. They, however, are solely focused on the US and do not produce any of their own content. In general, it is extremely hard for new startups to master voice recognition in the offline mode and at the same time produce their own content with sounds and music. This is our competitive advantage. Our other competitive advantage is our team, which has a lot of experience working together on successful projects in the past. The previous startup we worked on was sold to Avast in 2018. We have also worked on many B2C mobile apps from our previous roles at companies such as STRV, Uber, and Wolt. And so far, we have had great traction. In under a year, we were able to get over 100,000 downloads. In fact, we grew so fast, we became the #2 top free app in the Apple App Store. Now, when it comes to retaining those users, typical consumer apps only see about 10% of users stay past the first 30 days. In our case, 30% of users stay past the first 30 days. So yes, our product is viable. The data shows that our conversion and retention metrics are healthy and the product is ready to scale. We are starting to raise our next round to support our expansion abroad and keep producing high quality content that our users love. Thank you, and let's read together.
Great timing, thank you very much. And now the jury. Pasha, Eva,
Yep.
Ravit.
Thank you. Did you see yourself as mostly as a content company that creatively reworks some classics and the new content and make it palatable to the kids? Or are you a product company? How do you think about yourself? Are you mostly focused on generating new great content, or?
Yes, I think that we are a content company, and a very, I would say, new type of content company, because we are putting together sounds and music with the storytelling. So we are very highly focused on the content, but of course, the most important thing is the overall experience, and that's where the application plays a very important role. This is why we have our own content team and own all the licenses to the stories and create them for our specific needs.
My question would be around your sales model, because I mean, I fell in love with your presentation and I would definitely download your app, but retention is very difficult for such products, right? So how do you plan to scale your sales? Do you plan any B2B partnerships to make it work?
Absolutely. Well, for us, actually, we see that our initial retention is actually very good. We see it that it's not, the daily parent coming back, but it's that weekly and monthly parents are coming back, that this is a constant tool, probably not an everyday sort of tool, but that consistently parents are coming back. And so we do have many channels. So from the sales side, influencers have worked really great in here locally. But what we see, performance marketing is our next step to growing very big all over Europe. In regards to B2B, actually, we've just closed a deal with the B2B partnership, and there's many angles to go there, from sponsorship, sponsoring the stories, to other intricate ways that we can work with B2B, but we still see ourselves primarily as a B2C company.
Ravit. You are muted, Ravit.
Or if you want to take it, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, thanks. No, I was about to ask. Thanks again, and I echo Eva on this. I'll probably download for my 3 customers here. But talk to me about the environment, because there are a couple of apps like this. I'm thinking Bookster, Story Before Bed is one I remember. I looked at these before. So it's obviously a super saturated market of readers and effect-related readers. There's also a sub-market for kids-focused one. And also, last comment, fairy tales. I'm a visitor in this country for the last decade. It's a huge Czech thing and Slovak thing, right? Is this as big a niche in other countries, right? Because it's a very Czech thing, this fairy tale stuff. There's so many Czech fairy tales.
Absolutely. So to answer the second question first, we're not just fairy tales. We do have tons of fairy tales, but we have stories for every single country that we enter, local legends, myths, these kind of things. But also we are creating our own stories to fit specific needs. So let's say anger management. We have writers and who work with psychologists to create a specific story that children can relate to. So we are creating our own content completely from scratch. And your first question was about the competition. Yes, there are tons of other applications out there, but none really focus on the parent. There's very many tools. Well, there are some that focus on reading for the parent, but what really brings users to us is this voice recognition aspect. And what keeps them is the quality of the content, where we work with child psychologists to address specific needs. So we definitely have a very interesting factor that brings them in, the voice recognition. And after that, we hook them with our quality content and experience.
Okay, thank you very much. This was the last presentation. We will be doing the counting of the results. And now I would like to ask all the jury members to say like a few words, because we are also live for our audience. Like, what do you see as the most important advice that people should take from this event, or what you advise them to do with having their own startup? Ory, feel free to start.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, thank you for everyone that presented. And I think the takeout will be 3 minutes is really difficult to convey your message. I admit, and it's unfair, but at least it's an equal playing ground for everyone. I think if you've got such a little amount of time, you need to spend, I don't know, I would spend a minute just in the most boring way. What does this thing do exactly? You know, not more like the vision and there's a lot of this and a lot of that. And we want to, no. It connects this to that, and the output is this, and the clients are this. It needs to be kind of, in 3 minutes, I think it has to be bullet points and just quick, like, okay, get it in a second. And also explain very quickly market-based competition, and then why are you raising and use of funds? That if I had to, I think off the top of my head, based on hearing these 7 decks, if I would distill everything I have to say to 3 minutes, that will be that.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that, and I think that the really key thing, which I thought was missing from a number of these decks, was the real pain point that's being solved. You know, I think when you've only got 3 minutes, you've really got to try and capture the audience's attention very early on, and the way to do that is to say there's a real problem here, and I'm going to fix it, or that there's a massive opportunity and I'm going to take advantage of it, and you really need to ram that home so that your audience's imagination is captured right from the start, and I think that a number of these struggled with that. So that would be the main piece of advice on the pitching side that I would have.
Pasha?
Yeah, I wanted to compliment actually everybody who managed to magnificently fit their presentation in 3 minutes with passion, with clarity, with accents, and great delivery. The subject matter, I will just echo what has been said before. You don't have much time. You should be able to sell your product to your customer like in a 1 minute presentation. We're not your customer, so we might know the problem. So you describe a problem to us in 1-2 minutes. Why is it the pain point? And then 1 minute why you are the best solution. That's because it's really a short period of time.
I second, yeah, I echo what Pasha just said. It's about the need and how I'm addressing it in a unique way. I call it the secret sauce. What is my secret sauce that make me the winner in addressing this specific need?
Eva?
So I don't think there is much left to add in general terms. So I'll just pick a couple of companies that presented. Boost Space. I've tried to invest, well, I actually invested with my previous fund in a similar company, and their number one issue was that they didn't know how to explain, and because of that, they were struggling with sales. So I would really work on the delivery there to make sure that everyone understands exactly what you're selling. Wakawai, I mean, you speak my language. I'm in impact, so I loved it. But I think you need to work a bit more on the business side of things to convince your prospective investors that you can deliver on the returns. Meto Insight, another company that speaks my language because I'm very much focused on climate change mitigation. But again, I'll try to make it a bit sexier in your delivery. And then with AppBlock, I mean, I'm going to definitely download that. But if there is a unique advantage that you have, I think you should be able to convey it even within the 3 minutes, because I looked in the Play Store when you were presenting, and there were many apps that seem to be doing a similar thing. So it would be great to understand how are you different. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for all the kind insights that our jury members shared. Thank you very much for your time and energy. And I would like to announce the winner.
Shall we give a drum roll?
Yeah, drum roll. So it's Dukan or Dokan. So thank you very much for the nice presentation. Thank you very much to all of you. It was very close, And we would like to congratulate also to all of you for nice pitching. And from the moderator perspective, I like how you kept the timing. So it went very well. Thank you very much for that. And to Dokan, we'll be reaching out regarding potential investment and regarding other investors. They'll have your presentation, so they'll have your contact details. So if they want to talk to you, they will reach out to you. And I would like to also to thank to all the online guests they were watching us. And I hope that you enjoyed our event. And let's meet next time over like offline event, hopefully over next pitch night or over next event that Lighthouse Ventures will be organizing in the Czech Republic or with international reach. So thank you very much to fellow panelists, my colleagues from Lighthouse Ventures. Thank you very much for organizing, and thank you very much, guys, for pitching. And thank you very much for the online audience that you stayed with us for at this time of the year and of this time of the day. So thank you very much, and hopefully see you soon in the offline event. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Cheerio.